president is removed, and some hardliners say unless that happens, they'll resort to violence with weapons. Lester?
All right, Richard, as we said at the top of the broadcast, President Obama spoke with Russian President Vladimir Putin by phone. No doubt a difficult conversation. Certainly a delicate
nothing out there anywhere, is there? Last time that guy put something against the wall, but that's close.
NBC's Andrea Mitchell is monitoring that end of the story from our Washington newsroom. Hello, Andrea.
Hi, Lester. Senior State Department official says President Obama initiated
broke the action.
sometime antagonist. This time, though, after bloody confrontations next door.
Don't go. Spike was barking at. Did you hear the doorbell or anything? Nope. There's that. So it's just Spike being Spike.
Well, he's been barking every time I'm in the bathroom like that, too.
Well, what he's doing is he's hearing the echo of that thump, you know? And I think he thinks it's the door.
And that the agreement is very, very fragile. Just now, the White House has said the president on this call also congratulated Putin on hosting the Olympics. Lester.
Oh, everybody else saying everybody's mad at him because
what continues to be a big concern
a mess over there at the Olympics.
After a wild night of near blizzard conditions for some.
Russia's been accused of cheating more than anybody else.
Yeah.
Especially with the figure skating and stuff.
They said that Russian won the gold, she fell.
And the one that didn't fall, didn't have any mistakes, except maybe came a little hard on her landing, that was it. But she got like bronze or something. And then the bobsled teams basically said that Russia was winning because when they went, somebody, when it was there go, you know, that's all temperature controlled. For some reason, they were like certain seconds slower, except when Russia went, and they said somebody turned up the heat on the track, and somebody was fooling with the temperature controls, and they said it was Russia that was doing it. But Russia's like, we don't know what you're talking about. That's just a conspiracy theory. No. These guys know when they have good runs and how fast they're going, what they hit every turn with, you know. But when you're a couple of seconds behind of your normal times and you don't do anything different, that's what these guys do. They eat, breathe, and sleep that stuff, you know. I mean, they know if they make a mistake, they're really hard on themselves because they
will be back in the deep freeze from Minnesota down to the Carolinas.
All right, Janice, thanks. As we head into the final weekend of
and then Venezuela, they're not putting that on the news really too much. They're really trying to keep that off the news, but Venezuela's erupting right now. The government's going around killing people, protests. You know, it was that Chavez but he died. But the guy that took it over, dang, it's already up to 349.
There is controversy on the outcome of ladies figure skating. But up in the mountains, it was another historic day for American women. NBC's Ann Thompson joins us now with more on the day.
Good evening, Lester. A new Olympic star for Team USA, and a skating controversy marked this second Friday of the Olympics. But today, the U.S. and Canada, peaceful neighbors except on the ice. Tonight, the U.S. men would fare no better than the U.S. women the night before, losing 1-0. Team USA will now play for bronze.
You know, we still have an opportunity to win something tomorrow, so that's a focus now.
Controversy still swirls over the ladies' figure skating results. South Korea's defending Olympic champion Yuta Kim gave a beautiful artistic performance, but the judges gave the gold to Russia's Adelina Sotnikova, whose athleticism and passion electrified the home crowd. Some are crying foul. NBC's Olympic figure skating analyst Scott Hamilton says the judges got it right.
Adelina Sotnikova was the best athlete on the ice last night. She may not have been the most beautiful artistically, but she was the athlete that won the gold last night by collecting the most points.
The USA's Ashley Wagner, who skated a clean program, finished 7th and said she felt gypped. Wagner wants changes to the anonymous judging system.
If you give a certain skater a mark, you need to be able to put your name and your reputation on the line for it.
Tonight, the U.S. struck gold on the mountain. 18-year-old Michaela Schifrin winning the women's slalom.
You wish that you could just win everything and have the best run of your life every day, but that doesn't make it very interesting.
The youngest skier ever to do so. No surprise to her father, Jeff.
when you have confidence that you can do it, then the nerves don't get to you as much.
These games have heart. The skiers who cleaned the halfpipe offered this tribute to Canadian Sarah Burke, who died in a training accident 2 years ago.
Looking good.
American Maddie Bowman won the gold medal in the skiing halfpipe, the event Burke fought to get into the Olympics.
We all try to aspire to be her. I think it'll take all of us to feel her shoes because they were so big.
And after losing in the team events tonight, it is official. The U.S. long track speed skating team will go home without a medal. The first time that's happened, Lester, in 30 years.
All right, Ann, thanks very much. We've been reporting on this broadcast for several weeks about the water concerns in West Virginia after that major chemical spill. Well, tonight there is renewed fear and outrage after another huge environmental disaster, this time along the North Carolina border with Virginia. NBC's Kristen Welker has our report.
I don't say this is an emergency. I say this is a crisis.
The concern was palpable last night at this town hall meeting. Hundreds of residents demanded to know what's being done to clean up the coal ash spill polluting the Dan River, which runs along the North Carolina-Virginia border into a lake where 12-year-old Virginia Roberts has spent much of her childhood.
I'm always at the lake, so I don't want to get sick from the lake, and I don't want it to ruin, because I've been there all my life.
3 weeks ago, a pipe that runs under a coal ash pond collapsed at a plant owned by Duke Energy Company. Coal ash is the waste produced from coal-burning power plants and contains potentially cancer-causing toxins. The Environmental Protection Agency says the water along the Dan River is safe to drink when filtered, but residents should avoid direct contact, like swimming in it. Peter Harrison works with an environmental advocacy group. He's been testing the water.
We're finding levels of arsenic up to 35 times higher than the human health standards.
Last night, the public peppered the EPA and Duke Energy with questions for 2 hours.
The response, as we said, will not be paid for by our customers. That will be paid for through insurance, if available, and shareholders.
This is coal ash, the sludge that is carpeting part of the Dan River. In some places, it's 5 feet thick, and it stretches 70 miles. North Carolina Governor Pat McCrory worked at Duke Energy for nearly 30 years.
Currently, it is safe to drink the water.
Meanwhile, federal prosecutors are investigating the ties between the state and Duke Energy. At least 20 environmental agency employees have been subpoenaed to testify before...
You want that in that bag?
Nah, you just sit in there for right now.
No, I've not been served a subpoena, and no one that I've appointed or no one in my office has been served a subpoena.
But with miles of sludge still coating their main waterway, residents are worried.
Well, I want him to be able to live in Danville safely and be able to fish the Dan River like I've fished it all my life and with my parents.
Gripped by fear for their health and the future of this community. Kristen Welker, NBC News, along the Dan River.
Still ahead tonight, caught on camera, the dramatic rescue of a 5-month-old baby boy. Pleas for help along the highway. Strangers answer the call. Later, more from here in Sochi, and an American Olympic champion whose new look on life is inspiring others.
We asked people a question. How much money do you think you made when you retired? Then we gave each person a ribbon.
You ain't born, you think.
That amount might last.
Today's 21st.
Huh?
Today's 21st.
Yeah.
Alright, February 21st, 2013.
Lasted 30 years or more. So maybe we need to approach things differently. If you want to be ready for a long retirement.
This is Jimmy. A lap dance that starts with shoulder pain and a choice.
Take 6 Tylenol a day, which is 2 leaf for all day relief.
So what connects the dots between new jobs and cleaner air, a manufacturing renaissance, and energy security? American natural gas. Fact is, America is now the world's #1 natural gas producer, thanks to safe, proven hydraulic fracturing technology, making clean-burning domestic natural gas the fuel of choice. From advanced technology to the re-energized American economy, natural gas connects them all. Log on to learn more.
I'm pretty sure the back door is locked. Anyway, what can happen in a couple of hours, right?
When you're worried about things at home, it's impossible to think about anything else. ADT gives you fast